Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Sarah D. Did you know you are made of stardust? And so am I. And being such, we have the power to make our dreams true. Life is the dream you choose to remember. Remember the dream you wish to be true. You're made of stardust, Gepetto reminds us. Stardust has power to make dreams come true. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Life is the dream you choose to remember. Remember the dream you wish to be true. You're made of stardust, Gepetto reminds us. Stardust has power to make dreams true. You have the power. I have the power to make a dream true. Well, to make a dream true, you have to know what your dream is. You have to dream. Do you dream? Did you ever dream? Have you ever written your dreams down in words? Imagine them in your mind. Try to make pictures. Sometimes that's difficult for me. I need more practice there. How about you? What are your dreams? What dreams are you remembering? Life is the dream you choose to remember. You know this song. Row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Was that right? Janna Levin says, I used to resent obstacles along the path, thinking if only that hadn't happened. Life, whew. Life would be so good. Then I suddenly realized life is the path. Life is the obstacles. There we go. This is life. Life is the obstacles. There is no underlying path. We get to choose that underlying path, and the obstacles are going to be there, and those obstacles create that necessity for invention, for the intervention of grace, and for creativity to be born. So I just played. Did you notice it was a row, row, row boat song? So listen. Row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. But that isn't quite right, is it? There's an obstacle sort of there. Something's wrong. Do you know what's wrong? One of my older sisters, who taught me how to play the guitar, taught me how to sing that song that way. But you know, it goes like this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Is your life the dream you choose to remember? Or is it some form of a nightmare or somebody else's dream? Sometimes we live somebody else's dream because we don't think our dream has merit, and so we forget what it is. And we don't honor who we are, the stardust that we are. And I don't know that we can make somebody else's dream true. They can because they're stardust. But we cannot make somebody else happy. We cannot make their dream true. We're responsible for us. And as we do our best, we encourage them to do their best. As we go for our dreams, we encourage them to go for their dreams. So let's do this. Tony Robbins suggests that those who want to live their dream life must stop being reasonable. When it gets too difficult or you fail, it is reasonable to take a break or to quit trying. When it gets too difficult, it's reasonable to take a break or quit trying. So be unreasonable and don't take a break and don't quit trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again. If at second you don't succeed, try again. If at third you don't succeed, try again. Try again. And if at hundredth and thousandth, and that song just continues to repeat. I have lots of songs that never end that are basically mantras for me to get stuck in my head when I don't succeed. I think this is the 6th try for this video, so I've been singing that song a lot today. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. Because it's unreasonable to try again. It's reasonable to want to quit, but don't be reasonable. It is reasonable to look for all the reasons you cannot create your dream if you're looking for excuses and not for solutions. And what we look for, we find. What you seek, you find. And that has to do with your reticular activating system. It's like a hairnet. It's like a hairnet. And the hairnet, instead of keeping the hair in so that it doesn't get in your food, and the lunch line, right? The lunch lady's hair doesn't get in your food. What it is, it keeps out where the fingers are, where the netting part is. Well, actually, what it lets in is what the deal is. It lets in what you believe. What you believe about you is what it lets in. Now, what you believe about you didn't originate with you. It originated with your caregivers, your parents, your family, your friends, your school. And by the time you were 7 or 8, it was pretty well solidified what your RAS was going to let in. And then after that, it was up to you to make sure what you were letting in was actually helping you. And this is all new, relatively new information. I have an older sister who shared this with me, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. And I know Mel Robins talks about the RAS a lot with regard to her, anyway, one of her books, 5-Second Rule or whatever. Anyway, reticular activating system is the thing that we program now going forward. We either continue to reprogram it by remembering the things that we were told that don't serve us to help us reach our dream. And we have to get into our thoughts and reprogram our RAS so that it will let in the things that give evidence that we are moving toward our dream and that we are capable and we are worthy. And so to do that, sometimes we have to take little tiny steps on the way. I have 2 ladders here. The perspective is off, but this is the large rung ladders. And on the other side is the skinnier rung ladders. And so sometimes to be able to move forward, we have to just do the little rungs. And that's great because that's movement, and movement creates those action steps, creates momentum, And that momentum creates massive results. You get to the same top of the ladder. It doesn't matter that you're taking smaller steps. In fact, in taking smaller steps and focusing on the smaller steps, you may get there faster because you don't have the likelihood of being as discouraged as trying to take such big steps and do it all now. It's reasonable not to take action until you see all the steps required to make your dream true. You don't have to see any further ahead than your next step, the next rung on your ladder, the distance your light shines on the road before you. When you're in the car driving, you don't say, wow, this light is not showing all the way to New Orleans where we're driving, or this doesn't show all the way, I'm going home from work and it's dark and I can't see home from here, so I just better stop. This light is not shining the whole way through. Well, we don't have to see past where the light is. The light is going to light up the path where we are, and we move, and then we make adjustments as we go along, as we go forward. Oh, whoops, I missed that exit. I didn't notice it. Then we reroute. As you take action over and over again, like I said, massive results is what we get to create. And that massive result is what makes our dreams true. That's where the power of our stardust is when we continue to take those little steps. Our results have a seed of connection to our action steps. Our action steps have a seed of connection to our belief. Our belief has a seed of connection to our consistent thoughts. The reality is we are not omniscient and we can't see everything that will be required. The reality is life is full of adjustments, and no matter what our dream is, adjustments will be required. Back to this. Life is, life is the obstacles. That's where we grow. That's where we learn. That's where those adjustments are made. That's where grace can intervene. That's where creation is born. So why not choose to tell yourself you're the kind of person that makes adjustments with the grace of a flock of geese, adjusting the lead flyer at the point of the V shape they fly in. Watching geese is really phenomenal. You can watch them for a long ways and you see that lead goose come back and they shift, and it's a dance. It's graceful, but it's adjusting because the lead goose can't be the lead goose all the time. They have to take turns. And with us, we have to be reasonable with what our abilities are. And even when we have our teams or our family or our loved ones that are helping us with the things that they are wanting and that we are wanting, we need to make those adjustments too, because there are some days we can do more than others. Some days we might even be able to take this big ladder, the big step on the ladder. But we need to be open to the smaller steps, because movement is what is required, not doing it all in one day or 1 minute. Whatever you tell yourself about yourself, you will continue to see, create, and justify because of the RAS we have. Brendan Bruchard says if a project he wants to create cannot be started in something like 8 weeks, he takes it off his goals for the next year, so it does not distract or discourage him from the projects he can be engaged in now. So that's one of the ways he takes smaller steps. He just says, okay, well, this is I actually can't start it in 8 days, so I've got to let it go for now, and I'm going to revisit it next year. So sometimes we are trying to, like I talk about sometimes, we want to eat all of the cookies or have all the goodness in life there is to have. And well, that's not possible. It's not possible. And we often want to have and do everything now or yesterday, when we can only have and do a finite amount now. And the finite amount we can have or do now is determined by the action steps we did or did not take yesterday. One last little song ditty I want to share with you is, do what you've got to do now. Don't wait till the perfect moment. It'll never come if you don't act. It'll never come if you don't move. It'll never come if you don't do what you've got to do now, what you've got to do now, what you've got to do now, what you've got to do now. Don't wait till the perfect moment. It'll never come if you don't act. It'll never come if you don't move. It'll never come if you don't do what you've got to do now, 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 what you've got to do now. So we can't start from yesterday. It's right now. And then right now makes the next step more solid, more prepared for. We can't wait till that perfect moment. Well, as soon as I would have done that yesterday, or as soon as I feel like it, we can't do it when we feel like it. I mean, sometimes we can feel like it, but sometimes we just have to do it whether we feel like it or not. That is, if we want to make our dream life true. I'm Sarah D. Make it a great day.